Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while. A lot has changed. Currently in New York right now. Um, but yeah, man, getting back into the swing of things. I have some videos archived that will probably also drop this week, but I wanted to do a fresh reaction, just catch up and everything. Um, Probably will be really heavily going into the comments on this video, just to go over stuff, reactions that have either been promised or recorded already. Get an idea of what everybody just wants to see on this channel, like in terms of reactions, reviews, like all that sort of stuff. But yeah, man, haven't been bored for a while, I would say. Um, but definitely trying to get back uh, active with the channel and the community. Try to kind of build something here. I think I'll probably make a community page like a Discord, and then I'm gonna make a Patreon. I need to get back to my other PC, so I can put up any of the videos like the tool reaction. That's been asked for months. Just like anything that YouTube takes down or like kind of mutes and censors, I'll just have like the, I guess, uncensored, like full um like raw reactions on there, and I'll make it either really cheap or just free. Generally, just so anyone could access it if they want to see that stuff too. So kind of like an archive for any of the stuff that's just not on the channel that was recorded. But yeah, today we're gonna do 2112 by Rush. This was requested a long time ago. I always kind of had it on the back burner, but I've wanted to always check this one out. A lot of people have said it's like almost like a rock, like opera or something, along those lines, or like an epic, I guess. Like with the first track, it's like over 20 minutes. Very excited to get into it though. And yeah, that should be it. I don't want to, kind of drag this out too much. So let's get into it. First track, 2112 Overture. And then I think it's just a bunch of songs like in one. Temple of Syrinx, Discovery, Presentation, Oracle, Soliloquy, and Grand Finale. Okay, let's get into it. Oh, I like reset. Sounds kind of futuristic with the. was nice. I like that. I like the chorus. It was catchy. That like kind of raw emotion almost to it. It was really good. So just kind of circling back.
What can this strange device be? When I touch it, it gives forth a sound. It's got wires that vibrate and give music. What can this thing be that I've found? See how it sings like a sad heart and joyously screams out its pain. Sounds that build high like a mountain on notes that fall gently like rain. I can't wait to share this new wonder. The people will all see its light. Let them all make their own music. The priest praise my name on this night. I know it's most unusual to come before you so, but I found an ancient miracle I thought that you should know. Listen to my music and hear what it can do. There's something here as strong as life. I know that it will reach you. Yes, we know it's nothing new. It's just a waste of time. Have no need for ancient this can't be true. Our world could use this beauty. Just think what we might do. Listen to my music. Hear what it can do. There's something here that's as strong as life. I know that it will reach you. Thousand millions further. All we have a right to do. Just think about the average. What use have they for you? Another toy will help destroy the elder race of man. Forget about your silly will. It doesn't fit the plan. I wandered home through silent streets and fell into a fitful sleep. Escaped to realms beyond the night. Dream, can't you show me light? I stand atop a spiral stair, and Morocco confronts me there. He leads me on light years away through astral nights, galactic days. I see the works of gifted hands that grace the strange and wondrous land. I see the hand of men rise with hungry mind and open eyes. They left our planets long ago. The elder race still learn and grow. Their power grows with purpose strong to claim the home where they belong. Home to tear the temples down. Home to change.
Wow.
The sleep is still in my eyes. The dream is still in my head. I heave a sigh and sadly smile and lie a while in bed. I wish that it might come to pass, not fade like all my dreams.
that was like a whole. I understand now the narrative idea. One of my friends was telling me it's like almost like a rock epic in a sense. It was very interesting how they're talking about that, like uh, the idea of like a futuristic society where like art, in terms of like creativity, like works of creativity, music are banned. Um, like the defiant response to pressures to go like, is it like a not like an amalgamation, like almost like symbolic of like how they felt as a band at the time? Like, is this maybe, I don't know, where they may be feeling uh pressure to become, bigger, like maybe more like mainstream or commercial at the time. In a sense that I'm not exactly sure on that, if I was picking up on that a little bit. Um but yeah, man, like the the shimmering synths, uh that the guitar, first of all, incredible in terms of like how electric it was at times, how powerful it was, the vocals, um pretty interesting, like emotional ranges there. uh Generally I really liked more of, the louder vocal patterns, and like some of like the notes that they were hitting at times. Those shifts between like the mixolydian, like A, the E major, and like that D minor passage was dope. That was so sick. Some really odd time signatures as well at times that I kind of picked on, like a 5/4 or like a 7/8. Oh, let me close a little notification on this. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, like a 5/4, 7/8. A little. I think it kind of helped weave tension like musically in there with some, techniques like that. I'm trying to think. Uh, I think the vocal ranges, also why I would say epic. Uh, like the vocals themselves, not even like how the song was structured, which I don't think there's not many songs I've listened to with structure similar to this. I think Pink Floyd is probably the only thing on the channel. I'd have to really look. There's probably some metal in there that's done it too. Um, but yeah, it's like it creates like sense of urgency in some of like the sections, which is kind of cool. And then some sections it was like a little tamer, a little slower, kind of like building up to like the other ones. I guess I don't know if I want to consider these like sections of the same song, or if they're like songs just mashed together in one big song. Probably both, to be honest. But yeah, he was who's the singer? Is it Lee? He was like modulating tone between like the cold, like authoritative, um what's the word, like, I guess, approach, or yeah, I'll just say like vocal like approach. I can't think of the word right now. um and then like almost like on I think the discovery section, it was more like dreamlike, if that makes sense. So it was really interesting transitions, and like executions, like overall, which really helped with, some of like the sonic sound structure here, and then like the more symbolic parts as well. Overall, mood and feel very cinematic, very spiritual, explosive, um, crazy grand scope and emotion, and honestly a little triumphant catharsis towards the end as well. Um, it's just like a really long, I guess I would say like emotional wave. Um, there's like some oppressive elements to the narrative, revelation, destruction, revolution. Um, Really bold, and for the first like Rush song I've ever heard, very powerful in terms of just like the message of the music, and then the music itself. So yeah, I mean, this is a bunch of songs, so it's like really hard for me to say like it's gonna be really hard for like a song like any of the remaining. I think five. It's like five more tracks. They're all like 3.5 minutes. It's gonna be really hard for any of those to really trump over this. This was just, man, it was like an experience more than anything, to be honest. So yeah, let's get into the next track. That was incredible though. I don't think I've really heard anything like that before. This is track two, track Twilight.
Our first stop is in Bogota, through Czechoslovakian fields. The natives smile and bustle along, assemble along the hill. Sweet Jamaican white greens, a golden Acapulco nights, then Morocco and the East. Fly by morning light, we're on the train to Bangkok, aboard the Thailand Express. We'll hit the stops along the way. We only stop for the best. We've been smoking Lebanon. We burn the midnight oil. The fragrance of Afghanistan rewards a long day's toil. Pulling into Kathmandu, smoke rings fill the air. Above you, by your nap all night, the express gets you there. We're on the train to Bangkok, aboard the Thailand Express. We'll hit the stops along the way. We only stop for the best. We're on the train to Bangkok, aboard the Thailand Express. We'll hit the stops along the way. We only stop for the best. Yes, we're on the train to Bangkok, aboard the Thailand Express. We'll hit the stops along the way. We only stop for the best.
That was nice little change of pace. It was really catchy. I kind of liked how this it, like shifted to like this world traveling, I guess rock anthem in a sense. Chasing like new highs. I guess in both a metaphorical and literal sense. But that Eastern flavored what's is that guitar riff at the beginning, um and the like that like percussion like texture, that groovy mid tempo on the bass. That movement overall is nice. Really like that. Vocally, and I guess just with the structure of the song, the chorus was really catchy, which I think is important. And also like syncopated with the riff, which was really cool. It kind of added a really unique element there that I don't think I saw on the other tracks so far on the first one. Um, and the vocals sounded a little lighter here too, so that was nice. Leaned a little more into the irony of this track, and the phrasing stretches, uh, kind of in a conversational way, vocally, which was cool. Um, yeah, it feels like I don't know, a little more grounded here. First, whole thing was way more, futuristic, just sonically, and in terms of like how certain things were executed and framed. So this was cool. It was a cool switch up for me. Really like that one as well so far. Yeah, hoping a little more grounded elements with like the other tracks, since I already got something really unique, really like in depth, cinematic, all those things. So yeah, good track. I like that one. Let's get to what track three. Twilight Zone.
Hey, pleasant faced man steps up to greet you. He smiles and says he's pleased to meet you. Beneath his hat, the strangest noise. Take it up, he's got three eyes. Truth is false and none get lost. Now the formation is crossed.
Vocals like that. That's what I'm talking about. I really like it. I like how it sounds.
You have entered the twilight zone. Beyond this world, strange things are known. Use the key and lock the door. See what your fate might have in store. Come explore your dreams' creation. Enter this world of imagination. You wake up lost in an empty town, wondering why no one else is around. Look up to see a giant boy just become his brand new toy. No escape, no place to hide. Here where time and space collide. You have entered the twilight zone. Beyond this world, strange things are known. Use the key, unlock the door. See what your fate might have in store. Come explore your dreams' creation. Enter this world of imagination.
Okay. I think I like this one even more. It was a little like more uh what's the what's the word for, like, in terms of like the rhythmic elements, like gently shifting under the vocals in a sense. um I guess, yeah, just like a more chill song, a little more laid back overall, but some surreal imagery, kind of hypnotic, a little bit, but probably the coziest song so far, other than like those serene like moments in the first track. um like, I don't know, like a half awake, half asleep kind of feel. But yeah, the narrative uh, tone for this one, I think, matches the overall aesthetic a little better here. Um, some like different. I don't know because I'm not, like, I'm familiar, but I'm not familiar with the Twilight Zone. I've never watched or read it, so I'm not really exactly sure what it's about. I know that there's like a lot of supernatural elements, so I think that matches kind of like more of the aesthetic and tone overall a little better here. But yeah, I like how the drums were like uh they were kind of like more restrained here, but still like you could feel the lively characteristics of is it parts Neil Part is he the drummer or is it Liveson? Um, kind of like almost like a heart like the heartbeat of the song, which that's kind of how I would characterize drums generally, for the most part. But here especially, and then what else? I guess yeah, a little bit of like the shimmering with the guitar, as well. It was a cool little element on this one, that I think is probably more unique to this track. Let's get to track 4. Yeah, overall, this been a great album so far. Lessons.
Sweet memories flashing very quickly by, reminded me and giving me a reason why. I know that my goal is more than a thought. I'll be there when I teach what I've been taught, and I've been taught. You know we've told you before, but you didn't hear us then. So you still question why. No, you didn't listen again. You didn't listen again. Sweet memories. I never thought it would be like this. Reminded me, oh, just how close I came to missing. I know that this is the way for me to go. You'll be there when you know what I know, and I know. You know we told you before, but you didn't hear us then. So you still question why. No, you didn't listen again. No. You didn't listen again.
Nice concept. Really subtle shit. It's nice. Man, when I hear stuff like that ending the track, man, I just want to keep hearing the rest of like the jam session. Ah, yeah, like the suspended chords on there. That was cool. I like how The vocals were delivered really almost like earnestly on this one. You could hear like the warmth, like almost like some like an older wiser person giving you advice a little bit. Yeah, really dominant acoustic guitar here, which was cool. And then the electric tones that would start kicking in, really crisp, natural. I guess more natural distortion here. And then yeah, the like nimble, grounded drumming. Yeah, overall probably not my favorite record on here, but a nice like reflection on like personal growth and like self understanding. This is like what I would consider like a B side track, because it's still really good, um, but just not the probably like the premier track that you're constantly listening to. I like this one though, and it had like a really cool message here and like interesting perspective as well. I like music that you can kind of like learn things from or like get a little bit of advice. Track what, five, Tears. It's just this one and then one more.
All of the seasons and all of the days, all of the reasons why I felt this way. So long, so long.
It sounds like it's gonna be a sad
Then
song.
lost in that feeling, I looked in your eyes. I noticed emotion and that you had cried for me. I can see what would touch me deeper. Tears that fall from eyes that only cry. Would it touch you deeper than tears that fall from eyes that know?
Man, those strings in the background, that's nuts.
A lifetime of questions, tears on your cheek. I tasted the answers and my body was weak for you. The truth. What would touch me deeper? Tears that fall from eyes that only cry. Would it touch you deeper than tears that fall from eyes that know why?
Descending chord progression gives a really strong, like melancholic feel. It makes the track really emotional without, like excess of those that you usually hear in sad songs or like really emotional songs. Is this a love song, by the way? Because it felt really vulnerable. Yeah, and there you go again with like the those like Mellotron's strings. Um, you know, uh, the piano as well, really soft, minimal drumming here, and then that ambient. I've been saying shimmer a lot, but it didn't really feel like the guitar was like riffing here. So I guess I'll say that again with the guitar here. It's like an ambient shimmer. Um, yeah, really cool atmosphere that provided. I feel like that was really strong with like the musical like structure and foundation of this track. Um, Introspective as well. Uh, would it be crazy for me to say that this is my favorite song so far? Because I really like that one. I actually really enjoyed that one, and the chorus was catchy, but it didn't feel repetitive. Um, yeah, that was nice. I think we got one more track, track six. Yeah, that was cool. Something for nothing.
Waiting for the winds of change to sweep the clouds away. Waiting for the rainbow's end to cast its gold your way. Countless away. You pass the day. Waiting for someone to come and turn your world around. Looking for an answer to the questions you have found. Looking for an open door. Wow, you don't get something for nothing. You can have freedom for free. You won't get wise with the sleep still in your eyes, no matter what your dream might Now you don't get something for nothing. You can have freedom for free. You won't get wise with the sleep still in your eyes, no matter what your dream might be. What you own is your own kingdom. What you do is your own glory. What you love is your own power. What you live is your own story. In your head is the answer. Let it guide you along. Let your heart be the anchor and the beat of your soul.
That's a really strong statement too. You can't get something for nothing, which means like you either gotta sacrifice something. You gotta grow. Um, if you want change, it usually will take some sort of like some form of action for that change to occur. Uh, and kind of like tied home a lot of the themes. Individuality, freedom, work ethic in a sense, effort, rebellion, um, and really like hard hitting. Um, I would say, like guitar slices, bass snarls, uh, the roll fills, and the vocals as well. Really uh, cool, sharp rhythmic punches. Um, the E minor cycling here was cool. The syncopation overall kind of drives home that message of taking back control. Um, and probably some of the most passionate vocals on the whole thing on this track, which was honestly interesting for an outro. But yeah, that rallying cry with the, I guess, the chorus, um, was nice. Wrapped up the overall, like, I guess, ideals or like the philosophy of the album really well. And yeah, definitely a great curtain call. Wow, this was in the '70s. Um, so yeah, listening to this for the first time, yeah, it was very accurate as some of my friends and even some people who have recommended this on the channel have described it. Like a rock epic initially, especially the first track, obviously. Um, very different listening experience. I felt like I went through a whole whirlwind in the first track. It was just so many different emotions, uh, very different sounds and ideas that were expressed there. That was really interesting, and it wasn't really like anything I've heard uh, initially. I've gotten some elements of this and similar structure from some other groups, but not executed the way it was executed here. Which was definitely a breath of fresh air. Um, but yeah, overall, the experience was kind of like overwhelming in like the best way possible. Um, but yeah, like a lot of the themes and stuff, very relevant, very prevalent in general. But yeah, tackled in a very interesting way, really ambitious. I think they got their point across, and I think they executed it very well, though. There have been other Rush albums that have been recommended. There is one very specific one. I want to see if it's right here. It is not. Those are the deluxes. I'll have to look. But there's another Rush album that was heavily recommended that I was very interested in just off the cover. I think it had an owl on the cover or something. Or I could be thinking of a different group. I think it's Rush though. But I definitely want to check that out as well. And I'm gonna be siphoning through the comments. Um, of this video specifically, and then other stuff, just to see where I was leaving off with reactions and stuff, and then trying to get the older ones put up that like were already done ASAP. But yeah, glad to see everybody again. Uh, hope nobody fully gave up hope. I think I saw some comments where people thought the channel was like completely dead now. Uh, don't worry, I'm still here. We're gonna keep going strong. And yeah, there will be plenty more where this came from. I just wanted to, kind of get to this because I've been meaning to get to this for a while. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.